Hey guys, it's Olivia and today I'm going to be doing another video. This week is going to be a different sort of video. I'm going to be doing an Australia versus America type video. So basically I'm just going to be saying different things about one of the countries and then comparing them to the other. The reason that I know what I'm about to compare about is because I went to America back in January and I had the best time ever in January, and I learned a lot of things on that trip about America and comparing it to Australia. If you'd like to see what I have in store for this video, then just keep on watching. I just have my list here and we're just going to get started. I'm going to say the obvious ones first and then the next ones are the not so obvious, so it's like some people know, some people don't know about the ones after that. So the first obvious one is American tax. As people in Australia know, we have GST, so it's included in our purchases, but in America, when you buy something and say it's $8, you think, oh yeah, it's cheap, it's $8. You go to give the money and then you notice that you don't have the right amount because you got to pay tax, and normally it's 10% or something like that of the tax, but depending on what town you live in, there's different tax percentages, I think it was. So in California where I was, it wasn't that bad, but yeah, just if you're going to America, definitely look out for that one. And then the next one is American money. So in Australia, everyone knows that we've got the 5 cent, 10 cent, 50 cent, $1 and $2 coins. That's fine, whatever. And then you got the notes like 5, 10, 20, 50 and $100 notes. In America, their coins are so annoying. You got your pennies, and then you got the 5 cent, and I can't remember if that's a nickel or a dime, and then you got the 10 cent, and whatever that was like the nickel or the dime, the other one's the 10 cent. And then you got 25 cents, which is a quarter, and I think that was 50 cents, I can't remember if it was 50 cents. And then there's a dollar note, and then there's $5 note, $10 note, $20 note, $50 note, and $100 note, I think it was. There's probably more dollar notes, but that's all I ever got. And it was just frustrating because like all their notes are so similar, and unless you look up close and notice like the little detailed drawings, you wouldn't be able to tell what note's what. And it's just frustrating because it looks like Monopoly money. Like if Monopoly money wasn't all different colours, you'd think it's American money. And then the third obvious one is the cars. So in Australia, we drive on the right side. In America, they drive on the left side. So whenever I'd get in the car with like my host family, I'd nearly go in on the left side once, and it was like I only ever did it one time. And so I went around there, and my host sister wasn't out of the house, thank God. And I realised that that's where the driver's seat was, so I ran around because I'm used to being in a passenger seat in Australia, so I ran around quickly before she came out, before she noticed, because I did not want to embarrass myself. Okay, so the next one is, in Australia we call Sprite lemonade. Obviously if it's Sprite they were going to be like, oh yeah, can I just get a Sprite, but some people call it lemonade. And then in America, if you say lemonade, they'll give you like a lemon drink, like Solo or something, but obviously not the brand Solo. And it's just so frustrating because I would go to a restaurant and I'll be like, oh yeah, can I have a lemonade please? And I'm thinking, oh yeah, I'm gonna get a lemonade, blah blah blah. And they bring me out a lemon drink, and I don't drink lemon drinks, so forgetting that you have to say Sprite. And there's another one that's, I can't remember the other one, but I think it's like the Pepsi brand or something. And it was just so frustrating. I kept getting the wrong drinks all the time, and like it was my own fault, but I just couldn't remember that you had to say Sprite. The next one is, in Australia not all Australians, but some Australians call McDonald's Macca's, and in America most of the Americans that I talk to, they would just call it McDonald's, but I've been told that some of them can say Mickey D's or something. I never heard anyone say Mickey D's. I only heard McDonald's, and I go to like whoever I was with, like, oh yeah, I'm Keith at Macca's, blah blah blah, and I just get looks from the Americans, and like my host sister, she's like, Macca's, as if like she didn't know what it was. So I was like, yeah, Macca's, and she's like, what? And I was like, McDonald's, and then she goes, ah, and she like laughed at me because we called it Macca's over here. It was so weird. Like it's crazy how different like things are. Even though like we both countries speak English as the main language, but just different slang words. It's just, I think it's cool in a way, but that's just me. The next one is in America, they have Starbucks everywhere. Like, it's crazy. And then like at some Starbucks there's a drive-through Starbucks. And then in Australia, we only have like, well, that I'm aware of, we only have Starbucks in the cities. So like in my state of New South Wales, the only Starbucks that I know of are all in the city, and there's like 5 or 6 in the city. The next one is, instead of calling candy like they do in America, some people in Australia call them lollies. And like when I'd be over there, I'd say, oh yeah, I just want to get lollies from Walmart or whatever. They'd just be like, what? And I say, oh, candy. And then they know what I'm talking about. Okay, so the next one is, some people in Australia, it's known as a suburb, but to people in America, they call it towns. Obviously people will know this one, well, some people know this one. So yeah, Americans, you say like the town of Sacramento, where you say obviously the city of Sacramento, but like say if Sacramento wasn't a city, you say the suburb of Sacramento if it was in Australia. The next one is that there is fast food everywhere. Like, I kid you not, you would just walk down this, like obviously if you weren't in the house division, you'd just walk down the main road of the town and you'd see McDonald's, Jack in the Box, Taco Bell, Jamba Juice, and they're just everywhere. Like, it's ridiculous. It's just, there's so many of them, it's ridiculous. Like, they have In-N-Out, Dunkin' Donuts, Jamba Juice, Panda Express, McDonald's, KFC, Jack in the Box, Taco Bell, IHOP. Well, IHOP's not really fast food, but it's a restaurant. They have Peony Palace, they have Rainforest Cafe, they have Carl's Jr. And you just walk down the street and you just see them, or you're driving past and you can be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and you can just keep counting. And then like over here in Australia, you drive to a Macca's and then it's like a 10-minute drive sometimes to the next Macca's, and that leads me on to the next point. Some of those fast food joints we don't actually have over here in Australia. So we don't have In-N-Out, but we did have like a pop-up stand in one of the holidays, and then it was just gone, which sucks because we need In-N-Out over here because In-N-Out was amazing. Yeah, we don't have In-N-Out, we don't have Dunkin' Donuts, but I think that was only in LA because I didn't see it anywhere else except for when I was in LA. We don't have Jamba Juice, but we have like Boost Juice, which is like a similar thing. It's just Boost Juice is always in like a shopping centre. It's never like an outdoor shop like McDonald's and stuff is. We don't have Panda Express. We don't have Jack in the Box. We don't have Taco Bell. We don't have IHOP. We don't have Peony Palace. We don't have Rainforest Cafe. However, we do have one, Carl's Jr., and it's like an hour, 45-minute drive away from my house, so I guess that's alright. And then we have McDonald's like 10 minutes apart from each other, and KFC 10 minutes apart from each other, and we have Hungry Jack's, which is America's Burger King. And then the next one is with the schooling. So most people know that in America it's elementary for, I think it's like year 1 to 5, middle school to year 6, year 8, and then high school for year 9 to 12. But in high school it's not like year 9, year 10, year 11, year 12. For them it's like freshman, sophomore, junior, senior. And then in Australia, you got your primary school, well, in the state that I live in, you got your primary school, which is K to 6, or kindergarten to year 6, and then you have your high school, which is year 7 to 12. Some high schools have senior campuses. So you got your junior campuses, which is 7 to 10, and then you have your senior campuses, which is 11 to 12 years. And so yeah, the American schooling is very different. And then you have college, and a lot of people go to college over there, which is quite surprising because not everyone goes to university over here. Like, you see a lot of people that do go to university, but we have other options like TAFE, like your emergency services and stuff, like with the police. Over in America, every town or suburb, whatever you want to call it, Australia, American, every town / suburb has its own like police thing. like police area. So if you were in Los Angeles, you just ring the Los Angeles police. If you were in Buena Park, which I thought was still classed as Los Angeles, you ring the Buena Park police station or whatever. But in Australia, you have like a couple of towns to the one area, so, or near where I live anyway, so you have like one town, one police area, and it would have like 5 or 6 towns, and then you go to the next one and it could have the same amount of towns or more or less depending on the population in that area. And by the way, the police cars are awesome. I thought that was just the coolest thing ever, because like in the movies and stuff, and yeah, and just don't even ask. And the last one is, in America they call them cookies, but over here in Australia we call it biscuit. That wraps up this video. By the way, I got a new camera, if you couldn't tell, that's why that's out of focus, and I'm right nice and clear. So I hope you guys like this video. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Leave any suggestions in the comment section below of what I should do next week. Follow me on my social medias if you want. You don't have to, but if you want to stalk me, feel welcome to. So yeah, just any suggestions in the comment box below. Otherwise, follow me on my social medias to keep updated. Bye guys.